Raider ReACTION is for mature audiences only. So if you can't stand the heat, stay away from the fire.
It's another beautiful day to be a Raider, draped in the silver and black. I represent the shield, I represent the swords. It's that time of night again, Raider Nation, and you come back. Why? Because it's time. It's time to bring them.
What's up, Raider Nation? I am the Commish, coming to you live, as always, from Hardcore Challenge Live Studios. And where is that, might you ask? Well, if you're just new, you haven't been here before, or maybe you've had a few drinks and you can't find your way, let me give you some simple directions. It's just down the street, past the house with the boarded up windows. Make sure you stop and ask my man Joe. He's a gentleman and a scholar, as well as a man of commerce, so if you slip a man what you need to slip him, he's going to point you in the right direction. You're going to take a left, and then you're going to take a right. As you find yourself strolling down the street, you're going to pass a deep, dark, creepy-ass alley to your immediate right. As you stroll past it, a cool breeze hits you that chills you straight to your skeletal core. Is it the autumn wind? You goddamn right! Should you venture down that deep, dark alley? Well, of course you should, because what you're going to find at the end is a little place that we like to call Deep Behind the Enemy Line. This is Raider Reaction, and I am the Commish, and I would like to welcome you to the John Gruden moving sale. Hey, we're going to Vegas, and we can't take all this shit with us, so we're going to have to start selling it off. So, welcome to the John Gruden moving sale. We can't take all this shit with us to Vegas. Apparently, that's what's going on. We can't fit it all in. So, we can't take this shit. Look, why are you getting rid of all this, Mr. Gruden? I can't take all this shit to Vegas with me. Shit, this is a fucking moving bill? You kidding me? Fucking Khalil Mack, I couldn't fit him in the fucking bus. You crazy? Ah, oh, come on. So, obviously, after today, it's apparent. I mean, Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles can see this shit. It's a fucking fire sale. Alameda County fire sale. Where does... Fuck it. we're all in, I guess, on 2020. And screw 2018. 2019 is going to be a project with a whole new fucking team. And it is what it is, I guess. You know what? I would have rather you came up and told me that right out of the gate and not bullshitted me, because I'm going to go right on record right now. I've been thinking about this all day. I'm going on record right now because I believe it 100%. With everything I've seen up through 6 games of the Oakland Raider 2018 season, for everything I've seen, obviously the first 6 games of this season going into the bye week was John Gruden's trial period. He didn't like what he's seen in obviously certain aspects, so guys are gone. He obviously didn't like what he's seen out of Amari Cooper, so he's gone. By 2020, I do not believe number 4, DC4, is standing under center for the Oakland Raiders. You know why? Because if you haven't seen the pattern, he's dismantling the team. And if you don't think that he wants to put his hand-picked guys at every single position, and if you don't think the quarterback position is one of them for John Gruden, you are insane. He envisions himself as a quarterback guru. He has. Come on. Go watch. They even built a little section for him on Monday Night Football. Made him into a little character. Hey, little Gruden Grinders. Who's the Gruden Grinder this week? He's in his little fucking van with his, he's the quarterback guru. Just because you're sitting across the table doesn't mean you're the quarterback guru. What quarterback did he guru besides being a quarterback coach on somebody else's team? Who did he personally guru, handpick, draft, and guru? Chris Sims? All he was for Rich Gannon was a coach that believed in him and let him be the quarterback he was supposed to be forever. Nobody just ever gave him a shot. He was overlooked in Kansas City for Elvis fucking Gerbaugh. Boy, that was a good call there, Schottenheimer. And he ends up, being an MVP for us because Gruden gave him a chance, not because Gruden guru'd his ass. He didn't guru him. He didn't teach him how to throw a sidearm fucking pass. He knew that shit before he came. He just put him in the system and gave him the tools. And guess what? I don't know if you've read your history books, but John Gruden never put the Oakland Raiders in a Super Bowl. Bill Callahan did that. With the tweaks he made to the offense. He put us there. John Gruden failed to get us there. So, and after that, when he went to Tampa, who'd he guru? Brad Johnson? Get the fuck out of here. He didn't guru shit. He managed Brad Johnson and was given a world-class defense with a world-class defensive coordinator already built. He didn't guru nothing. The best guru job he did was what? The 11-5 season, one season with Chris Sims and partially Brian Greasy. That was his best. So if you don't think Derek Carr is on the trade block in the offseason, You're kidding yourself. You're kidding yourself. Look back. Sit back in time. Come with me. Take you back to 2016. We're sitting around the same time. We're sitting around Raider Nation, and we're talking. We're here right here on a Monday night on Raider Reaction, and we're talking about what's going on, and we're kicking ass. We're one of the best damn teams in the league. Everybody's talking about Super Bowl. What two names I throw out there? And you say, man, we're set for years. 2016. Same time. What do we say? Derek Carr, Khalil Mack. Shit, we're set for years. We got the core of our D. We got the core of our offense. Core of our D didn't even make it through the offseason. The number one who's supposed to be AC/DC. Gone. Dead. He's a fucking cowboy. And they way overpaid for his ass. A first-round pick? You give a first-round pick for a guy who was a first-round pick, has never played like a first-round pick in years? Seriously. He's never been clutch in any big moment ever, really. He's had some nice games here and there. But has he ever been that guy that had that defining moment? No. No. Does he have that defining Raider moment in several seasons as our number one receiver? I mean, please point me to the play. I'll go pull it up. I'll put it on the page. I mean, he's had some nice plays, but did he ever have that, vaulted us in? No, he didn't. What do you remember most about Amari Cooper? If I ask you one word to remember Amari Cooper, it's probably going to be drop. Drops. That's the one knock on Amari Cooper, as great as he was. Now, Coop's gone. He's a cowboy. We're 1-5 here. We got 10 more games to go. You couldn't get the ball to Amari Cooper. Now who you can get the goddamn ball to? For the next 10 games. So we don't look like absolute ass clowns out there. I mean, seriously. Look at who we got. If you're looking at what the projected depth chart is going to be, you've got Jordy Nelson, and some people are saying you're going to see Dwayne Harris up there. Basically taking Amari Cooper's spot. A special team guy. Oh. How we've been gutted. And this roster is, you got Seth Roberts, you got Martavius Bryant, and you got Brandon LaFell, who everybody's basically forgot about Brandon LaFell. He's a guy we picked up, and then he's never really done much, never been utilized. So I'm wondering if there's a plan to inject him more in the mix, because he's kind of been a guy back there who's not really been. Oh, Jordy, yeah, you ain't lying, man. Jordy's probably shaking his head and be like, "At Aaron fucking Rodgers, Devontae Adams, bringing in Jimmy Graham, the fuck did what did I do? I was always a good teammate. How'd I get up in this shit?" Jordy's like, "Man, I thought I was coming to a contender. I'm coming here to just make change at the fucking moving sale. That's all you're here for, Jordy. Sorry. You're holding the change bag at the John Gruden moving sale. I can't take all this shit with me. I can't take all this shit with me to Vegas. So, we're going to have to unload some of it. And we only loaded some more. Marcel Aitman, I saw somebody mention him in the comments. He is actually on the practice squad. You've got Saheed Blacknall on the practice squad. Is also another wide receiver. Johnny Holton's on the practice squad, who could also be brought up as well. So you've got some depth down there, but does any one of those guys get you excited? Saheed Blacknall's an unproven rookie from freaking Penn State. You've seen Johnny Holton. He's at best Seth Roberts on a good day. Really. He's just like a little bit faster Seth Roberts. He's about as consistent as catching it as he is. Probably less consistent catching it, but a little faster. That's Johnny Holton. Marcell Aitman, there's a reason he's on the practice squad. Okay? If he was a freaking... this amazes me. This is like when you any of you that's worked retail or something, some asshole comes up and you're like, hey, man, do you got any of these in the back? Like, listen, you dumbass. If the shit was in the fucking back, wouldn't I have it out here in the front so I could fucking sell it to you? Like, that's like saying, oh, we got these guys in the practice squad. Yeah, they're on the practice squad because they suck for the most part. And they're just quite not good enough. They're just not good enough to say, you're not worth the shit, we'll release you. But, we might give you just, in case shit happens, we got to keep somebody around. So, people that think we're like hiding that shit, we're hiding it in the back. We got these guys in the back. Don't worry. We'll just pull these guys out. No. No. You got Marcell Aitman. He's a big, tall kid. And, you know, maybe with some work someday. Seed Blacknall, raw. Johnny Holton. You've seen Johnny Holton. Do you need to see him again? So, those guys aren't a fix. So that's what you got. You got Jordy Nelson, Dwayne Harris, Martavius Bryant, and Seth Roberts. And maybe you're going to get a little mix of Brandon LaFell. That's what you got. That's what you got. Now, the other big development today, obviously, was Beast Mode goes to IR. A moment of silence for the last time you see Marshawn Lynch in a silver and black jersey. It was the last time you seen Marshawn Lynch in a silver and black jersey. That was the last time. You should have took a moment of silence the last time, because you ain't going to see him again. He's done for 8 games. That's this season. He's not going to come back and play a game or two at the end of a season when we're sitting basically wanting a first-round pick and the first overall pick if possible. He's not. Next year we're going to be in flux. There's a good possibility we're not even playing in Oakland. We don't know who we're playing, where we're playing. There's a lot of that. And if we're not in Oakland, there's no chance in hell of Marshawn Lynch coming back. And if you're not watching the John Gruden moving sale, I don't think he really gives a shit if Marshawn Lynch is coming back. I think he would prefer he not. You're right, Rip. He is absolutely not going to Vegas. There was no chance of that at all. If we stay another year in Oakland, I think there's a possibility. If we were some caliber of a team, you could talk Marshawn Lynch into coming back for another season. But we're not any sort of a caliber of a team right now. And why? I mean, why? It's hard. A guy that runs and plays like Marshawn Lynch plays, which is one speed, one gear. How do you expect that guy to go out there and bang and bang and be beast mode and be that guy on a 1-5 team that just obviously doesn't care and is unloading talent just to collect picks? Man, collecting picks is great and freeing up money is great, but we don't have the best history of turning said picks into gold. Okay? If we spun gold with every pick that we had, then sure. Sure. But right now, John Gruden has put the future of the Oakland Raiders in a handful of magic beans. He's going to turn these magic beans into who? Oh, maybe a Khalil Mack? Maybe what Amari Cooper was supposed to be? The next Marshawn Lynch? But he doesn't have it. Right now, he just has a handful of magic beans. But what John Gruden has proven to be, and you can go check the track record, he's proven to be an above-average coach statistically, who took over a team and won a Super Bowl with a team basically built by somebody else with a defense run by somebody else. And he's never, ever been a good general manager and made terribly great staff decisions as far as personnel he's put on the field at times. He's made bad general manager calls, tight calls. So as great as the coach he is, he's always had a little bit of lacking in the GM department. And if he's pushing Reggie out of the way, which it looks like that's what's happening because all of Reggie's picks are systematically what are we going to do? That's a great question, Chris. What are we going to do? We're not going to do nothing. We're going to sit back and talk about it for the next decade and hope and pray that what the man is doing is right. Do I hope he's the guru that he believes he is? You're goddamn right. Because that's what's the best for the team. I hope he's right. I hope he knows what he's doing. 100% hope he's right, and I hope he knows what he's doing. But I am very, very concerned. Coming into this season, did you think, honestly think, we needed a complete and total overhaul? That coming into this season, seriously, it was like, we need some small tweaks here and there on the offense. We had a good offensive line. We added some depth. We added Jordy Nelson. We know we needed to add holes on the defense and fix some things on the defense, but we'd made a lot of changes on the defense. So there was optimism coming into this season. And those that say there wasn't any optimism, I question that. The Super Bowl or anything like that? No, I wasn't getting crazy. But I didn't think it was a total tear down and rebuild. A total tear down and rebuild. I didn't believe that. I don't believe that. So, obviously it is what it is now. Freaking, woo! The mask is off, baby. We see who behind. We see what the plan is. It's out. It's been unwrapped. It's full rebuild. We're going to load up with youth next year and onward into 2020. Now, we've all heard the rumors. New York Giants. They need a quarterback. I'm telling you. If you're not concerned, if you're a Derek Carr fan about him continuing to be our quarterback and being under center and going into 2020, just look at what's happened. John Gruden, one Super Bowl has this dark cloud over it that it wasn't a team that he built, wasn't his guys. It's always going to be remembered as Tony Dungy's team with Monty Kiffin's defense. Always and forever. He wants to win a Super Bowl with his guys, build his way, his team, and prove that he is one of the greatest coaches ever. Period. You can't tell me that he don't have the ego to want that. Because if you don't think he's got that kind of an ego, he wants to prove he is that damn good. Because he already believes when he's standing in a room of his peers that he's the smartest man in the room. He already believes that. He wants to prove it. He's in his mid-50s. This is his one shot. One shot. He's going to tear it down. He's going to build it in his image. And he's either going to succeed or fail miserably. I don't think there's any middle ground in what John Gruden's doing. He's either going to build a juggernaut, or he's going to become a laughingstock and completely tarnish his legacy. One or the other. I don't think there's any middle ground with this. I really don't. Because as you've seen, with whatever his plan is, he's all in. All in. And he don't care what anybody thinks. Hey man, he's been on Monday Night Football, and he's been sitting in front of everybody for, well, a long time, blowing smoke up everybody's ass for a while. He's got no problem coming to a fucking press conference and blowing sunshine and rainbows up your ass and say, we're getting better every day, guys. We're getting better every day. We're out there trying hard. We're getting better every day. Improvement, getting better every day. He's got no problem going there and doing that for the next year and a half. He don't give a shit. Because, for one, check's still going to be coming in too. And he's got a, he's here for a decade. This man's thinking long term. Long term. There's a whole new era of the Raider lineage that is getting ready to start. And it's got John Gruden's stamp on it. New stadium, new city, new identity. John Gruden at the helm. He has the chance to basically, if he does it right, build a juggernaut in a whole new market for the NFL. And my God, if you don't think that John Gruden's ego is eating that up like a fucking big giant Pac-Man, you're out of your goddamn mind. He's loving every minute of it. He's sitting around with a fucking, probably a big ass stiffy right now just thinking about it. Like, oh my God. Come on. I didn't think it needed to get that far. Now, here's another one. Carl Joseph, also supposed to be on the block. Garyon Conley, also on the block. You're talking about the number one pick from last season. Moving sale. Can't take all this shit with us. Can't take all this shit with us. Make me an offer. Make me an offer. I can't believe they got a first round pick for Amari Cooper. I'm really shocked. I think we won that trade, obviously. I don't think Amari Cooper was worth a first round pick. He was a first round pick, and for 3 seasons he hadn't really lived up to the hype. So I think it was a good deal. I mean, if you consider just gambling with talent a good deal, then I guess that's a good deal. It's all a matter of perspective. Amari Cooper seemed to be a good team guy who was willing to keep trying to improve. Whether he was ever going to become the guy that we needed him to be, or he needs to be, I don't know. It's hard to say. Somebody say purple drink? Somebody called the Walrus. So who's next? Carl Joseph? I liked Carl Joseph. I thought he was a guy who could I thought he had... Oh, come on. Now you did it. God damn it, Joel. I placed that in your guys' hands and trust a long time ago. You guys have failed miserably. Keeping Steveljuice off the damn show. Alright. I thought Carl Joseph had a possibility as a project at safety. Possibly. I didn't think Garyon Conley was worth scrapping either. I saw some talent in that kid. You have to ask yourself, if you're Reggie Nelson, what are you thinking right now? Like this come in. He is straight shredding everything that Reggie McKenzie has built since the second he walked in the door. John Gruden is out back gutting it with a fucking Chucky mask on. He's fucking tossing shit. Just fuck, I don't need this. Fuck this. He's just shredding that shit. Out back gutting it. What's Reggie McKenzie got to be thinking? He's just like, motherfucker. This motherfucker. You better be a guru. That's probably what he's thinking. This motherfucker better be a guru. Coming in here destroying my team. I had Khalil Mack. Come on, Defensive Player of the Year. Fucker threw him out like he was fucking yesterday's news. Amari Cooper. Gone. Crabtree. Gone. Just Gary Conley on the next bus out. Joseph, next bus right behind him. Thank you. Thank you for playing. Enjoy your silver and black jersey. Here's your parting gift. Thank you for stopping by. John Gruden moving sale. We can't take all this shit with us. We can't take all this shit with us. We're going to Vegas. We're packing up. Where are you going next year? Fuck, I don't know. We're going to be transients. Transients. We're going to be holding fucking cardboard signs. We'll play for field. We just need a place to play. I want to thank you all. So I'll pause for just a second. Each and every one of you, new and old, if it's your first time joining me, thank you. We're here Monday through Friday typically. Shows on game day, live halftime show as well as live post-game reaction. New or old, thank you for joining us. As always on RAIDER ReACTION, we always appreciate any second you stop in with us. New and old, our band of pirates. Thank you. Without you, we would be nothing. RAIDER ReACTIon page reached over almost 600,000 people last week alone, just 7 days. That is fucking amazing and unbelievable to me, quite frankly. But that is awesome, and that's because, you know, each and every one of you that stop in with us every night that have the same passion that we have for the team that we love. Unfortunately, the love that we've been given to the field has not been given back to us, and that bullshit needs to stop. That bullshit needs to stop. As Joel mentioned, every Monday for the remainder of the season, we are holding a Meme Monday contest. About 6 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time, 3 o'clock a.m. Pacific Time. We'll post a meme for the team that we're playing that coming week. We ask that in the comments section, you post your original memes for the said team that we are playing that week. Obviously, most creative wins. They must be an original meme, free of any other pages or any other creators' tags or marks on it. Hey, if you steal something that's untagged and claim it as your own, that's just being a good pirate. That does not disqualify you in our contest. Fuck, we'll give you a pat on the back. That dumbass should have tagged the motherfucker. So, if you have the best meme, we will post the winner tomorrow morning. Right now, we've got some kick-ass ones on there. The post is pinned to the top of the page. So if you want to go see us just, shredding the Colts in every which way possible, for your viewing pleasure, please join in. And please join in the fun and throw yours up there as well. Each winner every week gets a RAIDER ReACTIon prize pack, which will include some nice swag. The RAIDER ReACTIon I Am a Raiders Fan Deep Behind the Enemy Line t-shirt, as well as Deep Behind the Enemy Line bracelets, and whatever else we decide to throw in there, silver and black related. But it'll be a nice little price for you for just sticking a meme in a post. I mean, come on. How fucking hard is that? Seriously. And, we all love dogging on other teams anyway, so is what it is. Now, I honestly give us a little bit of a chance against Neckbeard this week, but they just absolutely freight trained the Bills. That was an absolutely pathetic performance. So it's hard to tell what we're going to see out of the Colts this weekend. But as I was concerned about the receiving core, minus Amari Cooper, because it's not like we're stocked in talent there. It's not like we're stocked in talent behind the quarterback either. Because now you pulled Marshawn Lynch out. And my God, if I had to see Doug Martin on the fucking field one more goddamn play, I was gonna fucking stab myself in the eyes as it was. And now the possibility that I see him basically getting the bulk of the load with sharing it with Jalen Richard. DeAndre Washington is almost there, but until I see him out there going full, I'm not counting him in the mix yet. What I know I got Doug Martin and I got Jalen Richard. And that's it. And that is disgusting. Terrible. Fair question. Ed, I'll field that. Ed Arroyo, do I like Bell? And I assume you mean Le'Veon Bell. The same Le'Veon Bell whose greedy ass is sitting out and don't give two fucks about his team. The same Le'Veon Bell who showed up 5 minutes before the team went out on the field for the game that they were said eliminated in the playoffs. You mean that Le'Veon Bell, the one that don't give two fucks about his team and only cares about himself? Do I want to pay that guy a boatload of money to come to the team? No. Thank you. No. Le'Veon Bell is a me guy. We don't need a me guy. No. He don't give two shits about anybody else except padding Le'Veon Bell's pockets. And that's it. Championships don't mean shit to him. None of that means anything. No. I don't want that guy. Is he talented? You goddamn right he's talented. Talented as hell. One of the most talented guys out there. One of the most talented guys out there. Jason says Aitman has been promoted from the practice squad. I'm not surprised. I hadn't. It's probably that was probably recent news. That doesn't surprise me. He would be the guy I would see call. I wouldn't be surprised if you possibly see Holton get called up too, just because Holton's got he's got a little more experience. The reason I wouldn't be surprised with Aitman's because he's a rookie, and pretty much right now this year it's audition time, and Aitman really hasn't had his audition in front of Gruden, so he's gonna get it paraded out there, and we'll know if we're gonna put a price tag on him for the moving sale or not, or if we're gonna let him get on the bus. You can get on the bus. Don't put a price tag on him. What do I got over here for this guy? Old linebacker. John Gruden moving sale. Can't take all this shit with us to Vegas. Come on, make me an offer. Make me an offer. First round pick sold. Shit. You throw me a first round pick at anything, John Gruden's going to sell it. I don't give a fuck who it is. Derek Carr. You throw a first-round pick at John Gruden? You don't think he'll crawl out of that? Dude, he would crawl the fuck out of that, underneath that $125 million contract so goddamn quick. Oh, my God. He'd be on that shit like a fat man at a free buffet. On it. Tell me you wouldn't. You don't think he'd crawl out from it? My God. If somebody offered him the world and with a number 1 pick attached to it for Derek Carr, he'd be gone. Bet your ass. I'm telling you, if you hear a rumor, a strong rumor, where there's smoke, there's fire. I don't think it would happen in season, but I would not be surprised to see the number 1 story when we go into the offseason to start seeing some rumblings about Derek Carr. The pattern he is going is it is all going to be all John Gruden guys coming in to 2020. 2019's going to be the tuning, getting it all ready. In 2020, right now we got 3 number 1 picks coming into next season. We freed up what I heard, I think $74 million in cap space with these moves. So, I mean, he's making the moves. I'm telling you what, he's making the moves, and he's stockpiling magic beans. Hopefully these magic beans turn into the players you hope they are. But it's not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee. It's not a known commodity. But now with the current structure and the rookie contracts the way they are, it's not as much as a gamble on these first round picks as financially for a team as it used to be. It used to be strapping in the days of, you know, people like Jawalrus Russell. In those days, when you signed a $70 million fucking boat anchor who just, bought fucking 10-carat fucking diamond earrings and drank purple drink, 8 cheeseburgers, and sank your franchise. Well, you can't do that anymore. Now the rookie contract structure allows you to gamble a little bit on maybe somebody you wouldn't gamble on because you're not strapping your franchise for the foreseeable fucking next decade. So there's a lot of value for that if you can get a bunch of picks gathered and be able to draft your core team for the future all in one shot. Now, if you can hit on that, now you've got these guys for 3-4 years before you even have to start contracts with them, and you've got them on the cheap. And that helps you with your salary cap. So smart money-wise, very smart. But you're playing CPA instead of football coach at that point. Come on, Bree. You gotta come with some new shit. That's old. It's a tired routine now. Now you're just embarrassing yourself. Come on now. I give you an A for effort, though. You are consistent. I will give you that. It did work for the Rams. That's a good point. Very good point. Young coach. Young team built basically within a couple years of themselves with picks that were built up. That's a perfect example. A perfect example. It's a perfect example. And to the guys that keep saying, well, Rome's not built in a year. Hey, man, if you haven't noticed what the current trend in the NFL is, coaches come in a year or two and they turn the shit around quick. They turn shit around quick. They make quick moves and they can get something done. So, which is why I didn't really understand why we needed a total teardown and fucking fleecing. But if John Gruden is thinking long term, he's thinking 10-year contract, and he's thinking, I want to go to Vegas and I'm building a dynasty, and this is how I'm going to do it, and he has a plan set forth and laid out to how he's going to do it, and he is working that plan. Brother, work. Then work. Do your thing. And bring us back to what we should be. Do it. Because, man, right now, you got the multitudes of Raider Nation just scratching their head and wondering what the fuck is going on. But please, be the genius that we need you to be. Please be the genius that we need you to be. Because a lot of people are questioning you, and I'm one of them. I'm one of them. I was not 100% sold on his return at all. I jumped on board fairly quickly because I had to. He's now the coach. But I question some of the things I've seen. I didn't think it needed to be a total teardown. I really didn't. I really didn't. I really didn't. Now, I didn't mind. I seen somebody fire Tom Cable. Hey, it's not that easy to fire Tom Cable. He'll punch a motherfucker in the mouth. Fuck the cable guy. You know, maybe that's part of the reason he can't He's not even considered. Fuck. I ain't firing him. You fire him. Do we have the right offensive coordinator? Now, Kevin, that's a good question. But didn't coming into the season everybody say, well, we have our offensive coordinator, it's John Gruden. That John Gruden was our offensive coordinator. And basically, everybody else was just a figurehead and nothing more than a glorified quarterback coach. And John Gruden was basically going to be calling the plays and basically be your offensive coordinator. That's what everybody said. Now that we're into the season, everybody's like, oh, well, you know. No. If you don't think John Gruden, the quarterback guru, the offensive guru, you know, I don't know who dubbed him the guru other than, you know, some segments. See, what Monday Night Football did for an entire generation of football fans, like, my son doesn't remember who John Gruden was from the early. My son knows John Gruden because he's the guy on Monday Night Football. There's a whole generation of fans, Raider fans, who only know John Gruden like, you know, some people, the generation before knew John Madden. They only knew John Madden because of the video game and Monday Night Football and being on the booth with Pat Summerall. They don't remember John Gruden from the 70s. So it's kind of along the same lines. Well, they created this Chucky character. They took the Chucky character that had come along and they gave him the Gruden grinder section. They gave him the quarterback guru section. They gave him all that, and they kind of they built on this Chucky character and the Gruden grinders, and you know they built on that, and they made this caricature of John Gruden. Is he still that guy? Are you still the same person you were 20 years later? Get the same fire you still had 20 years ago. Nobody does. Nobody does. Nobody does. So, to know or think we know what we're going to get this time around with John Gruden, we don't know. He's wiser. He's definitely wiser, Jason. But is he necessarily smarter, or is he just? It's a smarter and wiser is. There are so many different levels to that. What I mean. Because I tried to look at what the gigantic benefits would have been of him being in the booth over the last year. And you would think it would be, you would have some gigantic benefits of being able to be in the locker room of basically every coach that you've ever had the chance to play against or playing against. Now, you've been in their locker room, you've been in their practices, you see how they conduct themselves. You think that would be a gigantic advantage to a coach. You think so. You think that would be a gigantic advantage to the coach. But when you're in your mid-30s, you're not thinking about your legacy. You're not thinking about your last ride. You're not thinking about any of that shit. You're going out there to do one fucking thing. Kick ass and take names. John Gruden was a bad motherfucker. He stormed the fucking sidelines. He stalked it up and down. He scowled. He cussed refs. He grabbed players. He cussed them. He held people accountable. He was a fucking madman on the sideline the first go round. Now you look at the John Gruden you've seen out there the last 6 weeks and you tell me that's even remotely the same guy that was there. No, it's not. Because now you're not going out there just to kick ass. Now you're thinking about 100 other things. You're concerned about your legacy. You know this is the last coaching job you're ever probably going to have. You know there's so much different baggage and mental strain and stress and just holding himself to this high standard to be the greatest. And he knows this is his last goddamn ride. He knows it. Does he get blinded by the goal so much that he makes mistakes on the road there? Only time will tell. All we can do is ask questions, speculate at this point. None of us know what's going to happen. None of us know what this season is going to bring. None of us even know where the hell we're going to play next year. Nobody even knows that. Nobody even knows that. Garyon Conley, I don't understand. That one still baffles me. You have a guy that comes out in week 4, has the best game he ever had as a Raider. Gets a pick 6, defends a 2-point conversion, makes some good plays. He only gets 17% of the snaps the next week because Worley comes back. You basically bench him, and then last week, or the week before the last game, he doesn't even see the field. How do you even see what you got? That's what I don't understand. Are we just trashing him to trash him? Just to start over? Just because you just want your own guys in there? None of these guys are salvageable? None of them? Or are we just getting as many goddamn picks as we can? Is 2019 draft like the greatest fucking draft ever? Everything you're ever going to want in the 2019 draft? Like the greatest running back, quarterback, wide receiver? Well, we're all going to pull all that out of one draft? That seems highly unlikely, doesn't it? Just a little bit? It seems highly unlikely to me that you're going to pull all that shit out of one draft. I mean, there's only been so many drafts in the history of the NFL that have had, handfuls of Hall of Famers in it. You going to pull all that out of one draft? Our fucking future running back, our future quarterback possibly, wide receiver, our next Khalil Mack, Nick Bosa, who's sitting out with, he's not even healthy right now. Guys just sit out the whole rest of his college season just to get healthy. You want him? Fuck it. Bring back Justin Farkas. I always liked him. JD, what's up, my man? Now, we do got a big contest coming up. I told you about the Meme Monday contest earlier. We got another big contest coming up. We're going to be dropping that later in the week. We've also got a couple more raffles that we've already shook out all the stuff for. So we're going to be having a couple more reaction shop raffles where you guys can buy $1, $3, $5 raffle tickets. And we're going to raffle off some kick-ass swag as well as give away some free stuff just to those of you watching. So we got some raffles coming up over the next couple weeks. We've also got a big-ass social media contest coming up soon. We're going to award the winner the largest Raider Reaction prize pack we've ever put together on Thanksgiving Day. We'll have those details up by the end of the week. So, a couple more raffles. And the big social media contest coming up soon. So, make sure you stay tuned to the page. Trust me, you're going to want this prize pack. It's got the Bo Jackson plaque in it. It's got the still in the plastic dry fit black Nike shirt that was personally given to me by Derek Carr. You're going to come with a nice little certificate. It was given to me by Derek Carr personally at the Pro Bowl. You're going to get that. You're going to get the Raider Reaction black shirt, gray shirt, some sweet cards, some sweet vintage cards, a vintage Howie Long card, vintage Tim Brown football card pack, bracelets, shit, what the hell? There's a whole bunch of shit, a bunch of patches, just the biggest Raider Reaction prize pack we've ever put together. One winner's going to get it, and that big-ass contest is going to be dropped by the end of the week, so make sure you check it out. Now, I'd like to wrap up the show with a little something that I like to call the WTF. Now, some of you have mentioned it. I even put up a post about it earlier. The one thing that bugs me, and really bugs me, is those of us who go out and buy the jerseys and secure the jerseys for the players that are on the field to support the team, because as much as you like to have vintage and legends jerseys, you like to support the players that are on the field. The players that are there like to see the people in the stands wearing their jerseys. And the biggest thing is, I don't know if you got kids, but I do. The Commish Jr.'s a diehard little Raider fan, man. And when we go to the game, he wants to rock his Derek Carr jersey. He wants to rock his Amari Cooper jersey. He decides which jersey he's going to rock. And kids want to wear the jersey of their idols, their heroes that they see out there on the field. Yeah, my son knows who Howie Long is. He knows who Marcus Allen is. He knows who Tim Brown is. But to those guys, those are old guys. Those are retired players. He wants to rock the jersey of active players. Well, so far, I got a fucking I got a sewn-on Latavius Murray jersey that's shit, a kid's Crabtree jersey that's shit, 2 Cooper jerseys that are shit now, a Khalil Mack jersey, a Khalil Mack Armed Forces jersey, and 2 Amari Cooper jerseys. One that was given to him at the Pro Bowl last year. All those. Can I send the receipts to those to John Gruden for reimbursement for just gutting my fucking team? Because the one thing I was thinking after he got rid of Mac, and I was just like, we was looking at his closet, I'm like, fuck, man. You can't, and he don't even want to wear them. He's like, well, what am I going to wear to the game? I'm like, well, you know, I guess I'll have to get you a new jersey when you go to the game. And I was like, well, we still got Coop. At least you got a couple Coop jerseys. And I had to come home today, tell him when he got home from school. He come walking in the door. He's like, Dad, I got the notification on my phone, man. Coop's a cowboy. I ain't got no jerseys no more. I was like, buddy, someday there'll be throwbacks. But right now, he ain't got shit. And well, who do you go out and buy? I'm afraid to go buy a new jersey for him. I'm like, buddy, you have to wait till next season because shit, I don't know who to go buy for you. I don't even know if they're gonna be on the team next week. Who do you go buy? Now, for me, I got the legends. You know, I rock all the legends. I like to have a couple of the new players, too, but I rock all the legends. I like Kevin's idea. That's what I'm talking about. But we'll see. We'll see. The decision comes which one we get. But right now, I'm just saying, what the fuck? Thank you for John. I'm sending my receipts to John Gruden for jersey reimbursement. Thank you as always for joining me. I've got horrible news. I have a job during the day. I know it sucks, man. Sucks the life out of me. Fucking hate working. But my job, I gotta go out of town for work for 2 days. So unfortunately, that's why I came on here tonight. Basically did the Raider Nation report tonight. There will be no Raider Nation report tomorrow night. And there will be no Ghost to the Post with Prime and the Commish on Wednesday. I know, it sucks. I'm not happy about it. But Prime and I will be posting our picks and our records to the page because we still got to keep the contest going. And hopefully I can gain some ground on Prime this week. But I will be back Thursday with myself and Captain Jack in studio and then back here for Black Friday. Just unfortunately, the next 2 days, I'm out of pocket. So, but I will be back on Thursday. I don't usually miss very many nights, but unfortunately this week I'm going to have to. Thank you all, as always, for joining me, new and old, our band of pirates. I will be back soon. I will see you Thursday. Couple nights off, and then I'm back. Who knows who the fuck's gonna be gone before then? It's the John Gruden moving sale. If it ain't bolted down, that shit's gotta go. I'm out. Peace, love, Raider Nation!